All in all, I feel much, much better today. I was thinking that I used to be a very avoidant character, the type of person that I talk about a lot. And what I never learned was that there's a certain beauty in riding out difficulty and negative feelings. Unless I've not made this abundantly clear, the vast bulk of everything I write about, the characters, the people I talk about avoiding, or the traits I talk about avoiding, are just the person I used to be. And I tell you, an avoidant character trait, buying and changing your way out of problems and relationships, quitting whatever didn't suit you, and just changing your life situation so that you could have whatever was felt good. It kept me masked from one of the greatest pleasures I've now found, and that is that feeling that I have right now, and that is when you've gone through a few days of just feeling like shit. You don't know why, and you just can't get your mojo, you can't whatever. It's being able to ride that out and knowing that there's just going to suddenly become this moment where it's just going to come back again. And to know that you came through that process without laying into yourself or binging on something or quitting or getting into escapism, and that knowing that you had the faith to carry on waiting and the belief and the trust, that's a very new thing for me. And I tell you, particularly on a lovely summer's eve like this, it's just it's a feeling I can't describe. I think particularly given that when you've been accidentally running from something for so long and not knowing you were really running from it, thinking it was what you did and it was strong to do that, and then realizing there was nothing strong about it, and now seeing this whole new beauty to lying in wait. It's like a cat. It's a much more elegant way of living. There's way more poise, and you just sit and you ride the fear. And you sit with it, you sit with the pain, and you sit with the uncertainty, and you sit with the loss of the mojo and the loss of the sense of power and determination. And you wait, and you trust, and you know. And surely enough, and what I'm finding is every time it gets harder and I ride it out and it takes longer and I manage to do it without falling off the wagon, as it were, it's like that payoff just gets so much sweeter. And when I talk about falling off the wagon, that can be in the form of like it binging on self-shaming or self-loathing or just escapism, drink, drugs, whatever the hell it is, whatever you're eating or hating people or hating the world or criticizing others or judging others. I wouldn't change this for the world. To go back to that avoidant, escapist and frail place with that hidden hypocrisy of strength and courage it's just bollocks. There's no strength and courage there, and it's because there was no faith. That was the missing ingredient. There was no faith and trust in self. It's all self-trust. The difference there is self-trust. It's a story of self-trust. It's knowing and believing that what you do when you do it well is not a one-off. And just because you can do it, can't actually hear what I'm recording as I record it because this phone's absolutely fucked. So I'm just gonna don't know really.